Hey everybody, I'm Chris. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are, thank you so much for coming back to my corner of the internet. Today it's all about Boxycharm, but not only Boxycharm, it's also time for BoxyLuxe. Thank you last quarter of the year. So if you'd like to see what's inside this month's Boxycharm base box and the Boxycharm BoxyLuxe, stay exactly where you are because we're getting into it right now. This month's theme is "'Tis the Season to Be Extra." With that kind of theme, if the shoe fits, wear it and wear it well. And that's what we're gonna do today. First things first, we're gonna pop this top and we're gonna grab the card right on top. Usually it shows the theme for the month, which we already know from the email they sent me. But it also shows a list of products on the back that we'll check as we go along. We're just gonna sit this beautiful bad baby right over here. So the email was correct. It is Boxycharm, "'Tis the Season for Being Extra." Oh, my nails kinda sorta go with the outside of it. That's super cute. It's funny, I actually use this kind of material on my table here. It reflects a lot of light, so I like to have my soft boxes pointing down on the table, and then the table like reflects the light up. It's really dingy and gross and torn now, but you can actually get tablecloths that look just like this off Amazon for like $5. I digress, just thought you should know. Now, product number one, right off the top, is from LaRousse. I'm guessing it's some brushes, because LaRousse always sends us some amazing brushes in Boxycharm. Oh, it is. It says right on the back, LaRousse Special Edition 3-piece eye brush set. You guys, I just finished a monster, and look at this. It's coursing through my veins. This package is so pretty. I don't want to open it. Like this really soft matte, sort of burgundy red. I don't know. It just makes me really like it. I don't want to break the seal of the perforation, but I'm going to, because I want the brushes more than I want the package, luckily. Okay, so I was really upset that I had to open this, but now it's kind of very satisfying. I mean, we definitely have to give them an A+ for packaging. And the brushes themselves, oh, they are definitely a limited edition. I have not seen the LaRousse brushes in this color before. I've only seen them in the blue. Oh, like this blue. Haha, that's funny. So it looks like we've got a really fluffy blender in the middle, a shader flat brush, and a detail crease blender brush / inner corner highlight brush. That actually is a pretty decent all-in-one eye set. Oh, actually they have names on them. So the shader brush is the LR110 shadow brush. The big fluffy one is the LR120 tapered blending brush. And then the detail brush is the LR006 detail blending brush. What a coincidence. Okay, LaRousse Beauty Special Edition 3-piece eye brush set. Apply, blend, and smudge your favorite cream and powder eyeshadow formulas and slay your favorite looks with these essential brushes. MSRP $38, and this is an exclusive drop. I'm assuming that means it's an exclusive drop to Boxycharm, or maybe an exclusive drop for Christmas. That's really awesome. Love getting special edition products in our boxies. And now, product number 2 is Real Her Set Your Glow Blurring Veil. Blurring veil. So are we talking like a blurring veil primer, like a silicone primer? Or are we talking about blurring veil like a setting powder? It could be either. Or like a priming serum, it could be that too. What do we have here? A pot of, you know, I really think that is a setting powder. What does it say? Well, it just says what it says on the package. And on the back, it just says blurring veil, set your goal. It does say set though, maybe that means setting powder. Okay, yes, it is definitely a powder of some sort, setting powder of some sort. It's definitely a powder, and it's a very, very soft, fluffy, very loose powder. And it's very messy if the cap comes off. I'm gonna have to be so careful with this component. Look how easily this raises out of the jar. I mean, that's gonna fall out if I turn the jar upside down. So if you get this, be careful. And to be really careful when you're taking the sticky piece off of the sifter, because it definitely lifts it up as you do. Anyway, just be cautious, be careful, or you'll make a mess everywhere just like I did. I am pretty wary about this powder with how tinted it is. I mean, that looks like a pretty solid tint. It doesn't really look like it's translucent. I mean, it may disappear into the skin once we use it a little bit. I'm gonna swatch some on the back of my hand just to see how tinted it really is. Well, that's not too bad, actually. It's slightly luminous, just barely. It just makes the skin look like it has a little bit of a healthy glow. I'm just really glad I don't see that tint too much. I do see it a little bit. I mean, in the center of my hand, it's a little bit lighter than everywhere else, but at least it doesn't look darker. That's what I was afraid of. Sometimes those powders with a bunch of pigment in it can be really daunting, but I think we'll be okay with this one. Let's read about it and see. Real Her Blurring Veil Set Your Goal features ultra finely milled powders which melt into the skin to set your makeup in place or to control excess oils. It's completely flashback and talc free to give any look some serious staying power. MSRP $25. I agree with the ultra finely milled. It is for sure very finely milled. I also have a lot of faith in the flashback proof claim because it's not a white translucent powder. That should really help with flashback. Now let's see product number 3 in our BoxyCharm base box for December is from Murad. This is the Resurgence Retinol Youth Renewal Eye Serum. So we have an eye serum now versus an eye cream. Ooh, and the instructions on this one say AM and PM gently pat around the eye area, including eyelid. Nobody ever says put stuff on your eyelid. They say the eye area. That's exciting. Is this gonna actually do something for my under eyes? Maybe it will help my discoloration. It's got a tiny bit of a green tint to it. I mean, like just barely, slightly. Definitely not like the packaging. Thank goodness. And as per usual, I have my skincare done already. I don't know why I do that on subscription box unboxing days. I really just need to have a blank face because we always end up getting skincare. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put this right on top. And remember, when working around the eye area, use as gentle pressure as possible, preferably with your ring finger, because they exert the least amount of force out of all of your fingers. Trust me, try it. We actually experimented here at the house a few weeks ago on which finger applied the strongest pressure, and that finger for sure does not apply the most. Just push as hard as you can against your thumb and feel with that finger. It's really hard to do. Now, the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Eye Serum. Prevent and reduce the look of wrinkles all around the eyes, including lids, with patented retinol tri-active technology for potent yet gentle results. All ages and sensitive skin welcome. Helps minimize the signs of aging you can see and the ones you can't see yet. Provides 24 hours of hydration to reduce dryness as it instantly brightens. Delivers an instant dose of retinol and a dose of retinol over time to minimize irritation and prolong benefits. MSRP $89. I'm so glad I didn't have to buy this at retail value. That makes sense though for Murad products. I mean, they're pretty pricey, but they usually work. And for number 4, we got a big old box. What is this one? Vita Yellow Fresh Cleanser from La Palette Beauty. I love that it's called a yellow fresh cleanser, like that means anything. Oh, it's yellow. It's gotta be great for something specific. But the yellow may be some special ingredient. They are very proud of the yellow. That is really bright. We definitely have more of a gel consistency. Oh, wow, never mind. That is very strange. It went straight from a gel to like a thick whipped cream feeling almost. It does smell yellow, actually. For me, yellow is like vitamin C, turmeric, curry, you know, the really yellow things. Here we go. Okay, here we go. La Palette Beauty Vita Yellow Fresh Cleanser. This one-step vitamin C cleanser helps to brighten skin while removing debris and makeup. A jelly cleanser, it contains 88% moisturizing essence to keep your skin hydrated. MSRP $32, new brand to Boxy. I'm excited to see if we get more products from La Palette Beauty. I wonder if they have more than just skincare or if their primary focus is skincare. Maybe all of their products are yellow. Now we got 4 out of 5 products from our base box, so let's see the very last one. She's from Midas Cosmetics. This is the Unconditional palette. Aw, that's cute. Perhaps that means I'm going to love this palette unconditionally. I feel like it's actually been a while since we've gotten a Midas Cosmetics palette in BoxyCharm. I know we got like a cream blush or a liquid blush not too long ago. That's the last thing I remember for quite a while. Just a look at this packaging. Wow, that is really, really pretty. I don't know what it is, but it's really pretty. Maybe like a landscape, mountainscape, but in red. And the palette itself, let's see these gorgeous shades. Oh my gosh, that middle shade, come on, focus. Focus. The middle shade, right there in the bottom, Eternal. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, we gotta swatch it. Swatches don't really do too much for clarification. They just kind of show you what the shade actually looks like. Whatever, we'll just do some anyway. So Love and Light is this bright white shimmer shade, almost kind of satiny maybe. Also Soul right here looks sort of satiny, maybe a little more metallic. And then Eternal, the glitter shade. It doesn't feel like it's suspended in anything. Maybe there's a light gel or something with it. It feels mainly like glitter though, which is good. I don't really like the glitters that have a whole lot of gel in them, because then you end up running into those situations when you go to put a glitter on and it's like you have glitter, empty gel, glitter. I don't like that. I don't want that. I'm also gonna swatch this Jaden shade because it's like the perfect holiday Christmassy kind of tone. Wow, I actually really like that. I think those two together are so pretty. I just love this glitter. Okay, here's the swatches of all 4 of them. Oh my God. Whoa. That is a look right there. Just so you know, the glitter does not wipe away with a makeup wipe. Not at all. Okay, so the Dominique Cosmetics Unconditional Palette. Colors you'll adore for the moments you'll cherish. This palette includes 6 warm, buttery shades ranging from rosy hues to rich burgundy. With a mix of shimmers, mattes, and even a glitter finish, you can create endless looks for all the gatherings and fun events ahead. Ultra pigmented, super blendable, and perfect for those days and nights. MSRP $28. It's actually a really good price for that palette. I expected it to be more like $35, $38. Just with it being Dominique Cosmetics and knowing that their formula is good, I would pay that kind of pricing for it. I guess it is only 6 shades though, I didn't really think about that. So we already completely flew through the Boxycharm base box, and I feel like that was actually a pretty good bundle of products. Straight to it again, just opening the box, sitting it to the side and looking for the paper. We do have one. Winter Luxe 2022. That's also really pretty. I mean, I know it's just some crystal, but it's pretty with that black background. I'm so excited with this paper being so big. That means there's gonna be a lot of products in here, and I'm so stoked to see what's inside. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. First product is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Off to Costa Rica Face Palette. On the back it shows the 3 shades that are inside. Looks like a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. I sure wish I was off to Costa Rica. Oh! Look at the little package! It's so cute! It looks like a little clutch. This actually would fit perfectly in a little clutch. This would be so cute just to pull out of your bag. Be like, got my face palette already. Really, this could be your eyeshadow palette too, because it's got everything you need for an eyeshadow look. It is definitely a very natural palette. That bronzer looks like it's gonna be really light on me, but let's swatch them anyway. Oh wow, they're so soft. That is like the softest powder I think I've ever felt. Then the highlighter is sort of goldeny. Do these have shade names? They do not. It just says bronzer, blush, and highlighter. This face palette's really giving me like spring, summer vibes. It's not giving me winter, mainly because of this blush. This blush just feels like a spring blush. That's pretty bright and corally and pink. But I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna stop me from wearing a spring blush in fall. The highlight is not super crazy reflective. It's not like crazy intense, but it does have a really nice soft lit from within kind of glow. I mean, I guess it's kind of intense whenever you flip it in certain lighting. And then the bronzer shade. Oh yeah, that's gonna work for me. Okay, I guess I just thought it was too light. It looks pretty light in the pan, but now that it's on my hand and I can see the difference between my skin tone and the bronzer, it's definitely gonna work as a bronzer. Anastasia Beverly Hills Face Palette. This essential trio delivers a lightweight, buttery feel. It does. And seamless blend, illuminating all skin tones for a long-lasting natural radiance. With easy to apply and buildable formulas, the Luxe Portable Glam Compact provides an unbeatable one-and-done solution for a subtle to supercharged look. MSRP $58. That seems pretty high, honestly. But I guess you are getting 3 face pans, and that's like 3 products in one. So you're saving a few bucks versus buying the 3 individual products, I suppose. Just seems kind of high. I think we're off to a pretty good start with a face palette. Let's see what this next box is. Looks like another palette. It is a palette. This is Mali Best Dressed Lids. Neutrals and bolds, 14 matte and shimmer eyeshadows. Packaging's clean and cute and pretty professional looking. I love minimalistic packaging. I mean, it's just a signature, that's it. And of course the name of it. But I'm more excited to see the shades on the inside. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. I was sort of expecting this, but in the palette. That is definitely not this. They're mainly all cool tones, or at least close to cool tones. I've 1,000,000% got to swatch some of these shimmers. I have not used any of the Mally, is that Mally? That is Mally, isn't it? Eyeshadow formulas before, so I don't really know what they're like or how they feel or how they perform. Let's take Cocktail Hour. There's so many, I don't know which ones to swatch. After Hours, Power Lunch, and Black Tie Event. Oh, I swatched the wrong way. Wow, that's weird. I never swatched like that. Anyway, those are the swatches. Not too bad, not too bad. That darker shade is sort of patchy for the swatch, but that's not to say it's gonna be patchy on the eye. You literally cannot judge an eyeshadow formula based on a swatch. It's not possible. Mally Beauty, it is for sure Mally Beauty. Best Dressed Lids, neutrals and bolds, 14 matte and shimmer eyeshadows. Whatever the occasion or your mood, there's a shade that's a perfect fit in this 14 well palette. You'll have your pick of matte and shimmer shadows in neutrals and bold colors. Every shade works beautifully alone and plays well together. Use a light shade on your lids and add depth with a darker shade in your eyelid crease, or pair a matte lid with a shimmer under your brow bones and at the corners of your eyes for added dimension that gets all eyes on you. MSRP $45. That's also kind of pricey, but I mean, the amount of shades that you get in this, and like they said, how many versatile looks you can get out of it. With that many shades, the price is definitely justified. Box number 3 is from One Size. This is the Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I still can't believe we're getting One Size in Boxycharm. In Boxycharm, One Size. It just goes to show that Boxycharm doesn't only put little off the wall, nobody's ever heard of brands. They also put really good, really big brands in as well. Now let's see what she looks like. Slightly pinky, a little bit. First glance looks like a really lightweight gel. That's actually kind of how it feels too. Oh no, it feels like silicone. It's really soft though. It doesn't give that dry, silky feeling like most pore filling primers do, or at least dimethicone based pore filling primers. This actually has more like hydrating benefits, but it also feels matte. It's so hard to explain. It doesn't feel like it's drying me out, but it does feel like it's mattifying. Okay, One Size by Patrick Starr Secure the Blur Makeup Magnetic Primer. An instantly blurring, hydrating primer that minimizes pores, evens out texture, and controls shine while gripping makeup for all-day ultimate wear. Secure the blur to secure the beat. MSRP $30. Well, they don't actually say anything about it being mattifying, just that it hydrates, minimizes pores, evens out texture, and controls shine while gripping makeup. Okay, I guess controls shine also means mattifying. They just didn't say mattifying. So first 3, eye palette, and face primer. What's number 4? Dew of the Gods, the Weekend Glow Challenge. 2 lace spun sheet masks. This is for Saturday and Sunday, I guess. A challenge for beautiful skin. Oh good, okay, here, I don't have to open it to actually know what it is. So on Saturday, the mask you're supposed to use is a cold elixir made from squalane and citrus extract designed to hydrate, tone, and restore bounce to your skin. Then for Sunday, a restorative and preventative skin cocktail formulated with retinol and hyaluronic acid to heal and repair. Dew of the Gods, the Weekend Glow Challenge. The gods of good skin challenge you to prioritize you this weekend. This weekend, you're the main character. Dew of the Gods has formulated 2 rich, luxurious, and purposeful lace spun sheet masks designed to restore your skin's bounce, moisture barrier, and youthful glow from the week you just lived, while also preparing your skin for the next 7 days ahead. MSRP $40, and this is also a new launch. So $40 for 2 masks, $20 a mask. That's not too terrible based on the quality of the mask, assuming it's gonna be good. I mean, it's lace spun, that's gotta stand for something good. Now right along to product number 5. She is, oh, it's from Herbivore. The packaging, just the packaging, love it. Herbivore Cloud Jelly Plumping Hydration Serum. Vegan collagen and tremella, it says, whatever that means. I mean, I know what collagen means, but I don't know what tremella is. Comes in a little dropper component. It's a nice soft baby pink color. color. And let's see what kind of finish it gives to the back of the hand. A little bit of this goes a really long way. That was 2 drops, and I still have enough to keep running down my arm if I want to. And just so you guys know, I have wiped off everything I've put on the back of this hand, so that mattifying primer from one side is no longer on my hand. Between my hands, this side looks blurred, softer, and mattified. Herbivore Botanicals Cloud Jelly Serum, a non-sticky hyaluronic acid alternative serum. Wow, I love me some hyaluronic acid. That's cool. I didn't know they made something that was like specifically hyaluronic acid alternative. So let's see, hyaluronic acid alternative serum that helps dry, dehydrated skin bounce back. Tremella Mushroom, a hyaluronic acid alternative, and vegan collagen leaves skin feeling hydrated and plump. MSRP $48. I feel like everybody's really digging into mushrooms recently. Lots and lots of mushroom-based skincare ingredients that are added in a lot of the products recently. We've got 5 down. Let's move on to number 6. It's a really pretty box. Dear Midnight Set to Last Setting Spray. This packaging, I love this. This is a 2.2 ounce bottle. This is amazing. Even when this is all gone, I'm gonna keep this bottle. I can guarantee you. I love the way this looks. It's so cute. You know we gotta spray it on our face. You know we got to. Let's go ahead and prime it a little bit. Ooh, this is one of the good nozzles. These make a really, really fine mist. Yeah. It smells like roach spray. Okay, now it doesn't. I cannot tell what that scent is. But you know the roach sprays that have like the added fragrance, like I don't remember what the fragrance was from the one I'm thinking of. I think it was like orange or something, but that chemical smell along with the orangey kind of smell mixed together, they resemble that kind of smell, and I hate that smell. I used to smell all the time at my great grandma's house because she used to always have to spray her house along the outside of it, and you could always smell it before you walked in. It just brings back cockroach memories, and I don't like them. But I will say, after the first spray and the initial shock of that being what correlated in my head with that moment, it doesn't smell like roach spray anymore. But I'll be honest, I can't tell you what it smells like. I cannot recognize or pinpoint what that fragrance is. Maybe if I just shut up and read about it, we'll find out. Dear Midnight. Yes, that's the brand. Set to Last Setting Spray. Lightweight, alcohol-free, I kinda like that. And hydrating, the setting spray locks in your makeup look, ensuring you're set to last through your day. MSRP, $30. Another new launch. My gosh. So just in the Luxe box, that means 2 of these products are new launches. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's move on to product number 7. I think we're down to little boxes now. Maybe, what's this box? Fenty. It's Fenty. I know I like it. Stunna Lip Paint. What shade? In the shade Uncuffed. I only have one of the Stunna Lip Paints, and it's like a Christmas red. It's definitely not my kind of everyday color, so I'm happy to have a nude. Or at least this looked like a nude on the little picture. Yes. It's like a perfect pinky tan nude that actually looks almost identical to my own lip color. And I'm telling you, if you guys have not used the Stunna Lip Paints yet, you're missing out. I promise you, once you try one of these and you let it dry down and you wear it the rest of the day and you see how it wears, you might not want to buy any other lipsticks. You know, for anyone with like a medium skin tone or above, I feel like this is gonna be your perfect nude. That literally looks like it's my lip color. Let me just take a tiny little bit. You literally can't even tell. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything, but it just leveled out my lip color all over my lips so that there was no splotchiness or anything. They just look a little bit cleaner, a little better. That is now 7 products. Have we reached the end? Surely we have. I mean, that was a lot of stuff. No, they just keep coming. Product number 8. Anastasia again. This is the Brow Freeze Styling Wax. I am in fact not opening this one because go me, I own one. Just so you guys know what it looks like. It's just a clear gel type product. It's actually pretty thick. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. An easy to use styling wax that lifts, tames, and sculpts every hair with extreme hold. It's your secret to feathered, locked in brows. Set every hair in place without a stiff feel, residue, or flaking for the feathered brows you've always wanted. This universal easy to apply wax is mess free and provides extreme hold, leaving you with full bodied brows that last all day. MSRP $23. $8. Now there was 8 products inside the Boxycharm BoxyLuxe for December 2022. So let's see if that's actually all the products. Was that it? It was. We have now seen all 13 products inside this month's Boxycharm and BoxyLuxe. So let's create a look. I was actually gonna pop back and have my eyes primed already, but I decided that it would clean off a bunch of the skincare that I had on already so we could actually go in with the eye serum and the face serum. I just really need to see the differences in the skin and the differences on the eye, if there are any. I want to see the dramatic change. So we're just gonna zoom in this time and get a really good look at the before and after. Obviously, this is the before. First, the Murad Retinol Youth Eye Serum, and we'll cover the lid since it says to. I wonder if this is one of those eye products that's gonna burn if it actually gets in my eyes. I feel like I get SPF in my eye just about every day. Okay, here's the after. This side I can feel a little bit of tackiness still, so it's not quite dry all of the way, but this side is definitely dry. And I did notice, like, immediately that the side I started on, it seemed like it pulled everything a little bit tighter. I don't know if that's what actually happened or if it just already started helping with some of the discoloration or something. I don't know exactly what happened. But whatever happened, it was for the better. But what do you think? Now for the Herbivore Cloud Jelly Serum. Gonna start just on the left side of my face at first. Starting with only the left side of my face. Can you see a difference between the left side and right side? I personally don't think I see a difference between the sides. I mean, they look kind of the same to me. Even using a mirror and holding it up really, really close to my face, trying to look for differences, I still couldn't find any. So maybe this is something that's gonna be a little more productive over time, rather than immediately changing things for the better. As you can tell, I have gone ahead and primed my eyes, this time using the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02. And for today's look, I think I'm gonna start with the Mally palette, and I'm gonna use this shade right here called Charity Gala. It's like a soft, cooler sort of lavendery tone. I think that'll be a really good transition shade. I'm also using the LaRousse blending brush. Again, this was the LR120 tapered blending brush. Now let's see if she truly is a good transition shade or not. Okay, that's actually a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. Let's just keep adding product and we'll see where it goes. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Date Night right here. A nice cool, well, I say cool, a nice cool cream. I don't know if I can say cool anymore and be right about it, so we'll find out once it goes on the eye. And with this one, it's gonna go right on the inner corner of the crease. Gonna blend it out in that area, and then go ahead and just pull it up and all the way around to the tail and blend it up into the brow. And like always, there is no blending until the color is laid down. So we're just stamping the color right above that line we have with the previous color. And now that we've got a very obvious application of both colors separately, I'm gonna grab a natural fiber blending brush and just go ahead and start smoking this shade out in the front. And then once I get to the outer edge, I'm gonna start blending them together. That's a seamless blend. Thank you, Midas Cosmetics. Jeez, look at how smooth that looks. Wow. That's nice. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the last shade from the Mally palette that I use, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my brow bone highlight, then I'll jump into the Dominique Cosmetics Unconditional palette. So for the brow bone highlight, I'm actually kind of really torn between Cocktail Hour here and Black Tie Event right here. So Cocktail Hour was the shade that we were talking about a little bit earlier that has more of a sheerer type of coverage. Focus! And then Black Tie Event is more like your typical metallic, super, super opaque and shiny. I think for the purposes of today's look, the sheerer shade is gonna be the better option for the brow bone highlight. So we're gonna take Cocktail Hour and hope and pray it turns out. I mean, everything's kind of pinky at this point, and this shade is also kind of pinky, so it should be pretty good. Yeah, that is just fine. See what I mean about it being on the sheerer side? Yes, there's pigment. Yes, there's the satin sort of metallic-y finish, but you can still see the color coming through from underneath. That should also mean that this shade should blend in to other shades really, really easily. And last, just for the sake of fixing the blend and making everything really soft and cohesive, I'm gonna take the brush that I used to blend everything out earlier and just blend that soft rosy light shade into the brow bone highlight. And there you have it. Using the LaRousse LR006 detail blending brush, we're now gonna go into the Dominique Cosmetics palette and the shade Jaden right here. And this one's gonna be used just to deepen the crease. I believe it's a tiny bit darker than the cooler toned purple that's on the eye already, so it should add just a little bit of depth without taking it too dark. Just gonna pull it along the crease area and then pull it out into the shape of the wing to follow suit with everything else. With that base layer of pigment now down, I'm gonna take the same brush that I've been using just to blend everything out. I'm gonna wipe off any pigment onto a paper towel, then go right back in and just blend it out. And she gave us a perfect blend again. I did go ahead and cut my crease off camera again using the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02. Now we're gonna use the shimmer shade called Soul in the Dominique Cosmetics palette and the LaRousse LR110 shadow brush. You already know I'm going in with this Eternal glitter, but I wanted to have a base down first just in case, because the swatch of that, you know, the beginning of it was very, very opaque, but as it kind of blended out, it started getting really spotty. So in case we run into spotty glitter, I want to have something down just to give it a nice base so you don't end up seeing just blank base underneath the glitter. I would totally be okay with stopping right here. Look at the intensity of that. And I didn't even use a flat brush to pack it on. This is just that shader brush. It's very, very fluffy. It's not something that really packs, but my goodness, that shade didn't need any work. It's glitter time, you guys. Okay, we're gonna use the shade Eternal, like I said already. Just gonna take my little glitter brush here from Morphe, or not a brush, glitter applicator, I guess, and see if I can't pick this up. Luckily, this is suspended in a base, so it's not just a loose glitter, so we shouldn't need any glitter primer. Are you guys ready for the magic? The magical moment? Oh yes, oh yes, it's so pretty. Now let's see how it spreads. Actually, once it lays down, it doesn't really want to move again. And at the moment, I'm gonna look at that as a good sign. The only thing that's really difficult about this is since I did a cut crease, it's really hard to make a straight line with glitter. It literally looks like I just bedazzled my eyelid. But I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna take a little more of the Jaden shade and just go ahead and apply that in the outer V area. I'm gonna try to put it right on top of this shimmer and pull it in along the lower lash line. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, that's gonna work well. Sometimes the matte shades and the shimmer shades that are on the lid, they just don't really like working together. If you try to blend them, you'll get either like a third shade in between that makes it look really weird, or they just won't blend and it looks super disconnected. Luckily, these are melting together. Okay, so there's the bottom part of the V, and all I'm gonna do on the top part, just because I don't want to overdo it, is I'm just gonna lightly go over this upper part of the crease, starting at the lower so I can put majority of the pigment there, and then pull the remaining pigment up and over. Makes it a lot easier for me. And now that I've done that, I can take a little bit more glitter and I'm gonna sort of taper it off as it goes out toward this edge. So I still want it to be pretty concentrated at the middle. Then with what's left on the glitter applicator, which isn't a whole lot, as you can see, I'm just gonna lightly pat that in the center on this outer edge. Like I said, I still want that to have a little bit of glitter. I just don't want it to be super opaque like it is in the front, and that's perfect. It's official. I love this glitter formula. It goes on super opaque where I want it, but I can still make it more of a scattered glitter if I want to. It's a glitter that you have a lot of control over, and a lot of glitters are not like that. Most glitters, in fact, are not like that. But this formula is really nice. Leave it to Dominique Cosmetics to nail a glitter formula. But now it's time for a little bit of cleanup, because I've made a mess. So like, this is pretty much the entire eye look done. All I'm probably gonna do for the lower lash line is just pull the more warm purple down and then blend it out with the pinky kind of shade that was up there. I'm gonna use the Morphe M620. This is the perfect brow brush, in my opinion, if you wanna get those really lifted, feathered soap brow type brows. Now, taking the spoolie side first, we're just gonna grab a little bit of product out of here. And to start, I'm gonna follow my brow hair the way they grow naturally. Just make sure they get really nice and coated first. Then I'm gonna pull through the opposite direction and pull all of my hairs toward the nose or the center of my face. All right, I think we are good and covered in product. Now I'm gonna take the really stiff brush side, pressing my brow hair against my skin and pulling it up at the same time. And there we have it, a nice, soft, natural looking soap brow. We now get to move on to the face, and to begin, we're gonna use the One Size mattifying primer. I'm slightly terrified, but I'm hoping the niacinamide is gonna come through and leave us with a beautiful, gorgeous, slightly luminously mattified finish. So again, I'm gonna do half and half just so we can see if there's a real immediate difference. Can you tell a difference between the mattified side, and the non-mattified side? After looking in the mirror, I can definitely confirm there is a difference. This side doesn't show the glow around my really textured spots like this side is. You can see the light kind of bouncing off of my cheekbone. We are primed and ready to move on to the face makeup. And again, for the face products, we've got the Anastasia Face Palette, the Real Her Set Your Goal Blurring Veil, and the Dear Midnight Set to Last Setting Spray. Then the only product that we'll have left is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncuffed. So let me get a base on and we'll go off to Costa Rica. Got the face makeup done. Now let's go in with the Real Her Set Your Goal Blurring Veil. This powder is so finely milled. You know, looking in the monitor though, that actually doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like I added anything to the skin. That's wild. We're gonna go ahead and pop in the oven at 350 degrees for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna set my face with my pressed powder in the meantime. So give me just a second, I'll be right back, and we can go in with the Anastasia Off to Costa Rica Face Palette. I keep forgetting the name of it and I have to look at it every time. We got the base done, the eyes are finished off completely. Now let's go to Costa Rica. I'm gonna start by using the bronzer shade. Wow, that is super red looking. I don't know that I've ever used a bronzer that was this shade. I mean, that's not a bronzer, that's a sunburn. Oh, I really don't know what I think about this bronzer. I'm just gonna hold my thoughts. We're gonna finish the face. Maybe when everything comes together, it won't look so red. Here's what the first half done. What do you guys think so far? We got the bronzer on. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, I really don't know. But now we're gonna go in with the blush. I wish these had names so I could call them something, but it's Pinky Coral. That's all we're gonna call it. Okay, I can deal with this blush. Even with the gold glitter, the purple on the outside, I think it's actually working together. And of course we saved the best for last, the highlighter shade. This looks like it's a really, really golden shade. Probably am not gonna like it, but we're gonna use it and see what it looks like anyway. I'm not mad, not one tiny little single bit. It's a little more intense than your sort of lit from within kind of glow, obviously, but she packs a little bit of a punch without being insane, if you know what I mean. I threw on a quick lip liner off camera. This is the Gerard Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Sugar and Spice. Literally one of the best perfect nudes, by the way. And now let's put on the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint. I'm so excited to see how closely this matches my lips once I put it on like a liquid lipstick. That is literally perfect. I love this. This is beautiful. This could literally go with anything. It doesn't matter what I had on my eyes. This would be just fine. I mean, it's my lip color. Maybe a little more brown. And my teeth look really, really white with this color on. Anyways, now we've only got one step left. Setting spray. Okay, it's official. I really don't like the scent of the setting spray. Again, the first spray out of it, it smelled like bug spray. Now, after that initial blast of fragrance, I don't smell that smell anymore. I just smell like a light, fresh, sort of fruity-ish kind of smell. But the first whiff of it, after you spray it the first time, it's like too much for me. Maybe that's just me and my own head and the nostalgia that this fragrance inside of here brings, but whatever it is, I don't like it. And I hate that because it melted everything in so beautifully, and it leaves a really nice finish to the skin. Plus the packaging is definitely my vibe. Anyway guys, this is the finished look using the December 2022 Boxycharm and BoxyLuxe. So what do you guys think of the look? For the most part, I love it. I think it turned out really great in the end. I love the eyeshadow look. I am obsessed with this glitter because the formula is so good. Thank you, Midas Cosmetics. However, there were a few products that just didn't quite hit the mark for me. The first one being this Anastasia Off to Costa Rica palette. The palette itself is beautiful. I love the way this looks. I just want to take it out of a clutch every day because I could, and it's the perfect size and it's so cute. But the bronzer in here, this isn't me. This may be you, that's okay, but it's just really, really warm, like red warm, and I don't like that kind of warmth to my bronzer, at least not leaning more on the red side. Luckily, the blush and the highlight ended up actually working with this look when I really didn't think it was going to. I will still say though that I think this palette would have been a much better fit in like a July box or perhaps June. It just really gives me spring summer vibes, not autumn winter vibes. That's not what I get from that palette. Another product that just wasn't amazing to me was the One Size primer. This is not the fault of the primer. Let me just say that right now. I guess it's not really anybody's fault. It's just that my skin is normal leaning dry, and when I use something that's luminous or dewy, I don't really have to see the texture because it's typically plumped up and glowy enough that it sort of hides those lines, and matte texture does not. But if you're really oily or even slightly oily, I bet you would love this because it doesn't dry you out while it mattifies, it hydrates while it mattifies. So you don't have to deal with it just sucking all of the life out of your skin, but it still will give you the longevity of your makeup. I did really like the gripping factor of it and the fact that it has niacinamide in it. I love me some niacinamide. I just won't be able to use this on the daily. I will, however, definitely be saving it for clients because I have a lot of oily clients that need some mattifying products. And the last item that wasn't a winner for me, you guessed it, it's the spray. And it's nothing bad about the formulation of the spray either. It looks beautiful on the skin. It melted everything in wonderfully. It's just that fragrance. I cannot handle it. I'm so sorry, dear Midnight. You send me a watermelon one, I got you all day long, boo. With all of that being said, which box was you guys' favorite for this month? Was it the Boxycharm or the BoxyLuxe? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. You guys know that I'm always hanging out down there with you, just chilling, just talking, so let's talk. If you enjoyed this unboxing first impression / review, don't forget to give me a thumbs up just to let me know that you did. And if you like videos like this, like first impressions, unboxings, and reviews, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down there in that corner and the little notification bell right beside subscribe so that you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. Until next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.